Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you an interesting and delicious way to use portobello mushrooms in a burger. That's right, my grilled portobello burgers with roasted red peppers and herb vinaigrette seasoned greens. It's so delicious. You're going to want to go out and get the ingredients this afternoon and make it for dinner tonight. This dish is low in fat, cholesterol free, and has much fewer calories than a traditional burger. And you know, by adding roasted red peppers, it gives it such a rich and interesting flavor, as well as many nutritional benefits. Listen to the nutrition facts on portobellos. Low in sodium, very low in saturated fat and cholesterol. They're also a very good source of protein, thiamine, vitamin B6, iron, magnesium, and zinc, and a very good source of dietary fiber. You know how much we need to add that. They've got riboflavin, niacin, folate, phosphorus, potassium, copper. The list just goes on and on. Let's get started, shall we? We're going to start this dish by preparing our mushroom caps. Now, when you go to the market, you want to look and pick out the mushrooms that have nice, big, rounded edges like these. It's very important that you don't get them past the prime or they won't grill very well. Okay, so what you want to do is take your caps, and you're going to want to take a nice vegetable brush and just really get all those leftover pieces of earth off of them. Then rinse them well, but you've got to make sure that you drain them extra well, because you see a lot of liquid can collect in here. So you want to dry them upside down like that on a paper towel and really get them good and dry. Then we'll take some that I've already cleaned and prepared here, and we're going to just go ahead and put some olive oil lightly on them before we put them on the grill. And that works really well and makes them very moist. So I'll prepare a couple of these right now for you, and then we will get them onto the grill. You know, when you grill, it is so much fun. It's something you can do outside, the family can do together. Let's go ahead and check and get our grill pan good and hot. I've preheated it for us. We'll make sure that we have it nice and hot. Then we're going to take our oil. Now, let's talk about grilling for a minute. I choose today for you to use a stovetop pan because I wanted you to see what I'm doing, but you can do this in your charcoal grill, or even you can broil it in the oven if you wish. Just go ahead and lightly oil whatever rack you're going to use, just like that. Not too much or it gets too smoky. If it starts smoking, well, then you just get a fan and start brushing it off. We'll take our oiled caps and put them capside down. Now look how large these are. They're going to cook really down when they're done. Now you're going to know that they're done when you pierce them, and they pierce really easy. It does take some time. We're going to do this 10 to 12 minutes, about 5 minutes on each side. And again, you know, when you pierce it and they prick real easy, then you know they're done. Well, while those are grilling, we'll go make the herb vinaigrette. Now here's a tip on this one. I need to move some things here for you. So what we're going to do, here's our tip. When you make this recipe, you're going to want to go ahead and double it because this dressing is so good. I like to make extra greens and serve this as a salad with the meal. It's very, very good. So we're just going to take a bowl here, and we're going to go ahead and add red wine vinegar, a tablespoon, and some water. And we've just got about a 3/4 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Now, I don't like to use sugar, right? So what you want to do when you do the mustard is you pick out an organic, no sugar type, and if you can't find it, you can use a dark brown mustard. It works equally as well. And we're just going to whisk that together. Now, one tip is, you know, when you're making salad dressings, you want to add your oil last because of the emulsification process. So we're going to blend that really well. That's nice and blended. So we're going to add about a 1/2 teaspoon of minced garlic. Chop it up really, really well, too. It works better. Okay, we've got that in there. Now, I'm going to add some freshly ground pepper. And again, this is to taste, so you can adjust that depending what your family likes. I like just a few grounds of each one, and they're really good. Okay, now we're going to add some herbs. I just love fresh herbs. The aroma is wonderful, the nutrition benefits are wonderful, and they make the dish taste so good. So we've got a teaspoon each of fresh thyme, rosemary, and dill minced very, very well. So we'll just kind of pour that in here. The dill is such a neat flavor. I just love dill. It's good in this dish as well. And we'll just whisk that around really, really good. And then to that, we're going to add olive oil. Again, we do that at the end so that the emulsification, we whip in the air with it and it makes it blend real nice. So we'll just kind of drizzle that in there. Ooh, that's looking good. Those burgers are starting to smell really good. Okay, now that's what we're going to do for our seasoned dressing. Now here's a little tip. I'm going to take out 4 teaspoons for the mushrooms and set it aside. Let's get this whipped up just a little bit better. That looks good. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of this out to spoon onto the burgers when I serve them. That's about right. Now, here is a little extra tip. I'm going to add a little tamari to this for just a little extra zip. It tastes really good. People will say, ooh, what did you do to that? Okay, now we're just going to set that aside. Better go check on those burgers. They should be coming along really nicely. Look at them. They're looking good. And oh, they smell good. You can see we're starting to get the grill marks on them. And while those are cooking down, now these are going to really shrink, but this is a good start. They look good. Now we'll go back and finish our greens. What you're going to want to do is take about 4 cups of loosely packed greens. Now you can use wild field greens, salad greens, any type that your family likes. I like spinach and arugula, so that's what I'm going to use today. Actually, this is baby spinach, which is a little finer and it's easier. We're going to take our salad dressing and we'll just take all of it out and pour it over our greens, and then we'll toss it and mix it well. That smells so good. And just kind of loosely toss it. Smells good. Isn't this fun? You're going to want to go out today and get these ingredients because I'm telling you, the smells are just killing me. I want to eat it right now. Now, here's another tip, too. When you serve this dish, you can make sure that you serve this, make extra like this, and serve it as a side salad. So good. That's good and tossed. Okay, we'll just put that aside. We better go check on those mushrooms. Now, you're going to know they're done when you pierce them, right? And that it pierces easily. Then you're going to transfer them to a plate. I have 2 that I have prepared for you that are at that stage right now. And you can see how much smaller they've gotten. These actually started out that size. Let's get that little guy up there. I'm going to put it that side up. Then we're going to take just a teaspoon each of that special sauce with the tamari that we made and drizzle over the caps just like this. Just kind of get it all in there. That looks good. Drizzle all around like this. And put about a teaspoon or so on each one. Doesn't really matter, whatever's good for you. Okay, now we're ready to serve them up. Ooh, this is going to be good. Take the bottom of a toasted bun. Now, I like to use whole wheat and whole grain breads whenever we do add breads to the diet. So you'll take the bottom of a toasted bun. And in this dish, the hot bread, hot toasted bun really does taste best. So go ahead and do that step if possible. We're going to run over here and get our salad greens and just mound up on it, and don't be afraid to let it spill over and get a lot of salad greens because they are so good with it. And that looks good just like that. So we'll mound that up. Then we're going to take a roasted red pepper slice. Now you can use beefsteak tomato if you like, if you don't want to use roasted red peppers, but I like the exotic taste and the super nutritional benefit of roasted red peppers. Listen to this. They're low in saturated fat, very low in cholesterol and sodium. They're a good source of thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, folate, magnesium. That's not all. They're also a good source of dietary fiber. And you know how much we talk about that. And then the antioxidants, A, C, E, the list just goes on and off. And we're going to add our mushroom. We'll take it over here just like that. And you know what? I think I'm going to add a little bit of extra oregano, even though it's not on the recipe, because it's so good for us, and it really complements the tamari in that little zip that we put in our dressing. Now, we'll top it off with a bun, just like that, a whole grain bun. You have a delicious, heart-healthy meal. This is so great, you've got to try it. Now, look, let's wait for just a moment. What if you're having a low-carb option and you say, but wait, Cindy, I don't eat bread. No problem. Remember the salad greens we made and how we did a little extra? Well, you just simply mound an extra amount of salad on your plate and go ahead and layer it with your red pepper and your portobello, and you've got a great meal. And then if you do choose this option with the bread, go ahead and serve it with an extra side salad of greens and the dressing, a bowl of berries or fruit to finish it off. What a wonderful dinner. You know, these burgers are just bursting with flavor and heart healthy as well. They make a special lunch and a great dinner. Well, for today's recipe, as well as directions on roasting the red peppers and how to toast the bread, go to healthycookingwithcindy.com. Print them off and enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. And don't go away because we'll be right back for more.